A college-level math course is going to give students that math literacy that they need. It definitely helps with critical thinking and allows them to be prepared to go out into the workforce, whether they're going into liberal arts and sciences with plans of transferring to a four-year institution, or they're in the trades or a different academic division where they're going straight into the workforce.
What we've known for a long time is that mathematics has been a barrier to student success, and it shouldn't be a barrier for student success. And then when we look even closer and disaggregate our data, we see that our Black, our East African students, other Black, Indigenous students of color are being further disproportionately impacted in a negative way by their inability to successfully experience mathematics curriculum at our institution.
Equity 2030 focuses on closing educational equity gaps by addressing the educational attainment goals of an ever-growing diverse racial and socioeconomic student body and those who represent first-generation students. The Math Pathways, providing co-requisite supports as one strategy that can help Minnesota State move towards eliminating equity gaps, particularly in college-level math completion.
Oftentimes, students are afraid of taking the math requirements in their first semester or first year. They want to put it off as far as possible. In that case, it delays them in terms of completion of their degrees.
The Math Pathways project is designed to help students complete their college-level math in their first year. The unique part of the Math Pathways we're doing is developing a brand new co-requisite statistics course.
In a co-req model, I can take my college-level Intro to Statistics course at the same time I'm taking my statistics preparation course. So essentially, I theoretically have cut out 2 semesters of time before I get to my college-level course.
It was nice because I didn't have to worry about those classes later on down the road. And to have the math class get out the way, it relieved a lot of stress on my shoulders because then I didn't have to worry about taking 2 separate classes again.
We believe that when you combine both the co-requisite supports for students to help them close the gap and also take the college-level math course within the first year and they are successful, it saves them time to completion, it saves them money, and you're able to retain these students.
If it wasn't for the co-requisite class, I would have had to have taken at least 2 semesters of math classes before I could get to the math class I actually had to take, which would have cost me more time and money. I wouldn't have graduated on time.
A lot of students come in with what they would describe as a math anxiety. So in the co-requisite model, we're trying to help students with their math proficiency, but we're also trying to help with their math comfort level so that way they can break through their own barriers and be more comfortable and ultimately more successful in that college level course.
I look at math as something scary and I feel like really anxious going into math. So when I knew I had to take a math course, I was like kind of freaking out a little bit. And then the co-requisite really helps you kind of get your questions answered beforehand. I wasn't as stressed going into the regular math class because the co-requisite really helped me clear up a lot of questions.
When I spend time in the co-requisite class with my students reviewing content that they'll need in their college level or reinforcing things from the college level, I see them feeling so confident and comfortable with the material and mastering it while we are in the college level class.
I've worked here 16 years and I think adding the co-req math pathways for students has been one of the best things we've done for the student completion-wise, for the student equity-wise, to show that we are student-centered and student-friendly here at Fond du Lac.
This project wouldn't have been possible without support in the form of a grant. We are very grateful that the Strong Start to Finish grant enabled us to participate in the initiative, and we are grateful for the ways in which it has impacted us.
So having a co-requisite model allows students to be able to complete their degree sooner versus extending their time because of math. We would love to see this implemented across the state so that students within our state have the opportunity to complete their degrees and go out into the workforce sooner than later.